Colon.
Brew or birds or
Good morning, everybody. I hope everyone's doing good this morning. We are just doing a little bit of chatting. One second, guys. I got to take my hearing aids out here. They're driving me nuts. All right. Well, I hope everyone's having a wonderful morning today. We have 3 more days and a wake up until we get to experience Alpha 2 again. I hope you guys are all as excited as I am. I have just got home from work and taken the little Rugrats to school, and now I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my cup of coffee that my barista bought me. Mm. So I really keep wanting to hear about everybody's experiences. So if you're new to the channel or you haven't stopped in yet at all, come on in and let's talk about your experiences with Alpha 2. And I really, really am interested to see what everybody has to say. I think overall, I have seen from what I've watched on YouTube and the other streamers, overall, a pretty positive experience for most people. But I really want to hear what you got to say. Hey, how you doing, Meg McCannon? What's going on, my friend? You having a good morning? I'm just excited and just waiting to get back in there. I feel a little bit cheated that we got screwed out of Sunday. Pretty much, I think most people got screwed out of most of Sunday. I think I only played till about 11 a.m. on Sunday before the DDoS attacks started. Hey, how you doing, Golan? What's up, my friend? Um, yeah, so I feel a little bit cheated, but that's not. I don't blame Intrepid for that. Just working and waiting for Friday, my man. Yeah, you know, I normally it looks like they're going to be starting the tests on Friday about 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, and so I really don't want to miss any of those. So I made sure I took the afternoon off for the next 4 Fridays. So I plan to be home and cock locked ready to rock because I don't want to miss any of it. We need to find. Yeah, you know what? I don't. I wish I could tell you I knew something about DDoSing, but I'm not going to portray that I actually know anything about that stuff. I know it's bad, and from what I've heard, it doesn't seem to cost the person that's doing it very much, but it costs the people they're doing it to a lot. And it is a crime, from what I'm told, but it also seems like it's very hard to track. So that's something that you know the internet and all the technology is great and we have it. Unfortunately, it seems that people have found a way to abuse it far quicker than we found out how to catch those people abusing it, which is unfortunate. And you know, we keep on this track, we're going to end up with Skynet from Terminator. But we got to get better at this stuff. Eventually, maybe maybe they'll get caught. I hope they do because that is just wrong. To sit there for whatever your goal is or whatever your reason that bone you have to pick with Intrepid to ruin everybody's time and experience because you want to be a dick. Yeah, whatever. I mean, that's just what kind of people we are dealing with today in today's world. But enough about them. What classes were you guys playing, and are you guys going to change up your class this week? And or are you going to stick with the class that you had, assuming there's no wipes? I'm going to go on the assumption there's no wipes. I even in our own Discord, there's a lot of people that are expecting a wipe, but Intrepid has made very clear that they do not want to wipe unless they don't have to. And this goes back to my previous statement yesterday. If you find an exploit, whether it be money or leveling, make sure you report it and don't abuse it, because you don't want to be the reason that the servers get wiped because you've ended up ruining the economy or something like that. So let's hope that that doesn't happen. Magma was playing Bard. I am also playing a Bard, Magma, and I love it. You know, I've tried all the classes, and I could make a case for every one of them. They're all very exciting, very fun in their own ways. But I can't live without Bard speed. I'm just gonna tell you, I can't live without Bard speed. I love Bard speed, and you know, even though the Bard did suffer a few nerfs before the Alpha 2 came out, that's okay. They needed it. But now I think they're pretty much on par now with the other classes. They don't do a lot of damage. That's pretty much, and they shouldn't, because they're a support class. So they really shouldn't. But they do have some sustainability. But the speed, you know, I like to gather a lot of materials and stuff. Right, currently I'm a apprenticed lumberjack. Um, so I really like to do that along with carpentry and stuff. So yeah, they're great for buzzing around and gathering and doing hunting, which I also do. I only made it to level 6 hunting, which is unfortunate. I wanted to get level 10, but no luck. You certainly haven't played all of them. I do like the mana regen. Oh yeah, the mana regen is nice, and you know, even though early on it's a little low, it like, you know, two ticks whatever. You know, as you get that magic power, it's gonna get boosted up quite a bit. So yeah, I do like the mana regen. I like the health regen. They kind of nerfed the I forget what it is, the healing harmony melody. They kind of nerfed that one, which is unfortunate. But either way, and they nerfed the triumph. It used to give 5 stamina regen, and it gives 1 now, which is kind of a bummer. But overall, um, I'm still pretty happy with the bard, and we'll see how the other classes, you know, do. I think that overall the classes, they've done a pretty good job. The balance feels, you know, pretty good. Hey, Aeon, what's up? What's more needed and sought after right now? Bard, they're all needed. Aeon, in tanks as well. Fight every one of them. You know, you can make an exception. Maybe, yeah, obviously you don't maybe need as many rangers or fighters, um, but the mage, cleric, bards, and tanks are all needed. Hey, how you doing? First time chatter, Deeps one. How you doing? Yes, Deeps. This is just some footage from the weekend. They are down. They won't be back up till Friday. I'm just playing some footage from Carfin. Welcome to the channel. Um, we did a nice grinding group on Carfin on, I think it was Saturday, and it was a lot of fun. It was well, you'll be able to tell. I think when we started this little adventure, I'm about 11 and a quarter right now. So you'll be able to watch it over the next 2 hours how the experience is. It was a lot of fun. Hey, Laughables, what's up? Mana regen is slightly high, I think. Very, I don't know. It's there's a few different things. The refreshing follow through, which everybody has on their weapon skill tree, they nerfed that a little bit. I think a lot of people have that to help their mana regen. So I don't know if it's the bard mana regen or it's a combination of the refreshing follow through and the regen of the bards. So that it's hard to say. It might be a combination. Plus, you have the blessed weapon from the clerics that give back mana. It's hard to say. Are they just opening? Yes, right now, Deep's one in phase one. It is just going to be Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and then on December 20th, when they hit phase two, then it's going to go 5 days a week. We don't know which 5 days, but it'll be 5 days a week from that point. And then on May 1st, it goes to persistent 7 days a week. Laughtables and fighters level 10 keep their mana. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about. I haven't gotten a level 10 fighter since way back in pre testing. So I really don't have ton of experience with them. I do remember not long ago that their experience or their mana was going down pretty quick. I think all classes probably could use a little bit of tweak to mana. I don't know. It depends. I'd have to take each one on individually. What I don't want to see is clerics have, you know, clerics and healing classes and bards. Well, bards are going to have it because they have mana, but clerics have mana that they can just heal for days because that gets a little annoying. It seems like a lot of the party building revolves around making sure you have enough mana. I kind of like that. Yeah, yeah. The parties. What's beautiful about this game and how they developed it is that people are finding out when they get into the world, one, that it's not easy, that it's not easy mode. You're walking into the world of Era, and I don't know if anybody's watched Soda Poppin's clip, but you know it can be kind of confusing early on when you log into the world of Era, and nothing is spoon fed to you. So they're kind of everyone's kind of having to figure this out, and I like that. I don't like the hand holding. It's just it's too much. We've had too much. We've had the last 20 years of hold handing. We don't need it anymore. Let people figure some stuff out on their own. Let them experience the world of Era. Let them realize how dangerous the world of Era is out there, especially if they want it solo. And then let them look for groups and let's let the social aspect of what an MMO is supposed to be come back to us again. And that's what I'm really hoping for. And we'll see. We'll see if they can capture that. I think so far they've done a really good job. Tanks, all these classes have a role, and that's what it's all about. Is find some people you really enjoy playing with and just go with it. The tank is really good, by the way, especially post 12. Tank mage hits like a truck. Um, Cleric, again they get better as they go on. They're all really solid. So anybody who's new or just popping in, and you guys played the first weekend, or maybe you just watched it. I got a few questions for you. How do you feeling about the state of combat? And what would you rate the server? Your experience from last weekend? I said yesterday I gave it an 8, and I'm going to stick to that. I think it was pretty good. I'm not going to blame the DDoS attack on them. I think it was just somebody being an asshole. I think that they're working hard on the queue situation. That was kind of expected. And I would expect a much better showing this weekend because if there's nothing that I haven't learned about Intrepid, it's the fact that they are working their ass off and making improvements every time we see a new patch. So I'm very confident that they will hit a lot of different bugs, and then we'll look for more bugs and things to fix next week. Carfin was a lot of fun. The only complaint I have about Carfin when we were doing this kind of inner loop on the lower level of Carfin is the fact that their drops suck. I mean, these are 3 stars, and yeah, their drops really suck. I mean, literally, all they drop shit. They drop shit, and I mean shit by as in poop. Um, that's pretty much all they drop. I think we saw one item drop in all the hours we spent in here, so they need to tweak that up a little bit. But let me know what you guys think. How you guys doing this morning on this fine Tuesday morning? You guys are too quiet, man. Speak up. Talk, 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 talk. Do I gotta employ a bunch of bots in here to just do some fake talking to me? I've seen some of those channels that are running those bots. It's pretty funny, actually. They ask these questions that come out of nowhere. It's like, huh? Gladys is on. Second I come on, Gladys is on too. Jeez. All right. Oh boy. So we're hoping to take down Tumac this weekend. The goals this weekend are we'd like to do Tumac and we want to go ahead and do some caravans. We want to test out some caravans. Now I've got some juicy info on caravans and I'm looking forward to doing that, but I want to test them firsthand and get you the results firsthand myself before I convey any of that information. But it looks like caravans are definitely going to be the way to go to make money. And let's face it, you all need money. Oh, that's all right, Magma. Don't worry about it. We're no, I hear it, brother. It's all good. Um, just sit back, relax, and listen. That's fine. What was I going to say? you know, and if anybody's done any crafting and gathering, or not gathering, but crafting and processing, they're going to realize how expensive it is. Like processing is costing you over a silver just to process, you know, 25 timber. And that's expensive. And then you go to the crafting table, and if you want to do carpentry, you got to pay more money. So these caravan runs and going and but you're not going to really make any returns off of early crafting. So you're going to have to do some caravan runs. You're going to have to go out there and grind with your group. And to my understanding, some of the higher level stuff, you have to be like level 20 and stuff to even craft it. So get out there, collect that glint, put it in the bank, then you can do some caravans with it, and then you're going to have some money to craft. And like just say like animal husbandry, that cost me 75 silver just to make one horse. That's a lot. Yeah. Is it 55 silver now? Because I could have sworn it was 75 silver, unless they reduced it. And you know, not only that, but you have to pay 100 fuel. And it says, have you found a way to make reliable income? Are there some mobs that drop better? It's not cash. Now glint can be turned for cash. I wouldn't suggest using. It was 55 last week. I didn't check it last week, and I will have to go take a peek at that. That's good. I'm glad that they reduced it a little bit because it was a little bit too expensive. Um, you don't want to really sell your glint. You can if you're in a pinch, but the idea of the glint is to make sure you save it so you can go ahead and run the caravans. They want you to run the caravans because the caravan is going to be the game loop. Now, it's kind of different in Alpha 2 in the phase of the map that we're in right now because the whole Alpha 2 map pretty much has the same resources. But when we start getting into a developed desert and a developed tropics, that's not going to be the case. I've been into the desert already, and they have different trees, different resources. So eventually, we're going to be also transporting hard to find resources in the desert, ones that are easy to get in where we're at in the Riverlands, and then bringing them to the desert for, you know, a nice markup. So that's one of the things to keep in mind. They want you to do caravans, and you're going to need them to make money. So not only are you going to need to have some levels to be able to do that crafting, you're going to need glint to run the caravans. So, and the best way to do that is just go out with your guild groups and farm, and with them do some grinding, and then come back, do some caravans with the guild. You know, every guild should have like a caravan night where everyone makes their own personal caravan. Right now, at the basic caravan, you can fit 3 crates in it, 3 commodity crates. And I want to say that the stats on it appears that it doesn't make a difference on how far it's coming from, at least right now. I hope it does eventually, because I'm pretty sure that that's the way it was intended. The farther you go with it, the more you'd make. But right now, to the desert is a 5 times return. So one basic crate is going to get you 19 silver. So basically, you're going to get, you know, 60 silver for doing 3 crates. It's over a gold and some silver for the next level. So if you save up enough glint where you're getting the much higher tier crates, then you're going to be pulling in some good money. Caravan running is going to be, oh no, it's absolutely going to be fun. And I don't know if they have the highwayman system in yet, but that's something that I think a lot of people are kind of sleeping on. Not only the caravans themselves, but they're not going to see um, the highwayman system. You're going to get rewards based off of how many you've defended and how many you have attacked, stuff like that. So eventually, the way I understand it is if you keep defending caravans, if that's your gig, then eventually you're going to get like uh, better perks for your caravan and stuff like that to make them harder to kill or maybe faster, stuff like that. And I'm looking forward to defending caravans a lot. I only plan to attack enemy guilds caravans. I don't like to be a poison pill. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to look. Most of the people probably will look at caravans as easy money. They are not easy to kill. I killed one early on. They have, with no upgrades, they have about 268,000 health. So if they're moving and you're fighting people at the same time, they're going to be hard to take down. And the driver himself has a defensive bonus, and he has 68,000 health. So he's going to be able to drive for a while. You know, eventually they're going to get perks where they can repel people off of the caravan. They can heal the caravan, people around them. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to have to bring a sizable group to take out the caravan. One person chasing the caravan, even if it's a guy driving solo, is not going to be able to kill it. So I would be very, very surprised if one person would be able to take it. Yeah, I mean, if you guys, if you guys haven't gotten a guild or you're looking for a guild, I highly recommend that you come check out Overlord. I believe we're still recruiting. You can find a link in my description on my about page, or you can find it on my YouTube channel in the descriptions. If you don't like Overlord or we're not a fit for you, I highly recommend you go to the Ashes forum. Whether you're NA, EU, they have guild recruitment for guilds, and find one that fits you. Find one that fits your personality, what you're looking to do. Are you looking to be a pirate guild? Are you looking to do economic guild? Mercenary. There's one for everybody, and just now is the time to really get into those guilds and kind of vet those guilds and see if it's a fit for you. And if it's not, it's only alpha. So then you can leave and try another one. But definitely don't waste this opportunity trying to get in there and do everything solo, because you're missing out on a lot of stuff. You're missing out on a lot of stuff. You were saying, Magma said you don't think you're going to be high enough level for 2Mac, but definitely going to watch. Yeah, I'll be recording it too. So because we're going to want to critique it and stuff like that. But, we, in the early testing, we had 2Mac. We were doing really good against them. We have a pretty good idea on how to take them out. And, but the server crashed right in the middle of it. So it's kind of a bummer. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully they get the servers up this time on time this time at 12 o'clock. That's the hope. But hey, we'll see how it goes. I expect probably Thursday night they'll probably put a patch out for everybody. So probably stay tuned to your emails and stuff. Oh, hey, what's up, Candy? How you doing, bud? Uh, yeah, I found a lot of people with guild without a guild, honestly, but most of them have grouped up with a yeah, and and that's the thing. It seems people are, even if they're running around solo, they are certainly much more willing to group up with people now than maybe they've been in the past, and that's a really good thing. I like to see that. The sooner people figure out that this is going to be more of a social MMO, which is duh, it's a massive multiplayer online game. That's what it's supposed to be. Guys, this game is old school in every sense of the word. Being older and playing a lot of those older MMOs, this is the closest that I've had that feeling in a long, long time. And let's talk about combat. What are you guys thinking about combat? To me, I remember mentioning to the guys in the raid here how good and how fluid combat felt to me. Do you guys kind of feel the same way? Is that what you guys are thinking in chat? This game is brutal. Dying sucks. Dying is harsh. If you want to be a corrupt douchebag, that's gonna bring consequences on it too. Um, yeah, grouping up for anything other than gathering. Yeah, gathering you don't need to group up for. That's tank is really good. And I don't know. Have you hit 12 yet, Candy? Because when you hit 12, you're gonna become a powerhouse. I watched one of our one of our fighters, Rue, is a really good guy. He was playing a tank and he was level 20, and he was fighting a level 18 fighter in our guild. He absolutely destroyed him. Destroyed him. It wasn't even close. Don't need groups for getting now. Well, yeah, for the resource wars, and that's actually going to be a lot of fun. Golan's going to say, "All right, boys, head over to wherever and go farm everything in the area. Just every tree standing, take it away. That's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm gonna enjoy that immensely. But yeah, but there's so in politics, that's another aspect. Not only we have the social aspect of the game, we have to look at the politics, right? The politics of this game are going to be huge. If you and your guild are always attacking caravans, you're going to get on a lot of people's shit list, and people are forgetting that all you got to do. And Golden, correct me if I'm wrong. All you got to do is get a war declaration, and maybe Golden, you can enlighten me because I don't know what the mats are for the war declaration. But what does it cost a guild to declare war on another guild? If you could answer that for me, that would be great. Because I really don't know. I've never done it. So I think those war decks are going to be a very real thing. We're going to see them popping up on the screen all the time, probably as early as this weekend. So get used to it. So don't be a dick. Um, don't leash mobs to other players, to other groups. It takes 5 rubies, and a couple. Okay, so it's not much at all. So you're gonna see those popping off probably left and right. Yeah, yeah, left and right. So somebody, and I think Intrepid wants those. Now we don't. I don't know, Gola. Do we know what the circumstances of winning a guild war are yet? Um, are those in what's the word I'm looking for? Are those set in stone right now? You have a plan to do more PvP this weekend? No hard feelings to anyone. Don't be attacking Overlord, there, Traveler. Don't do it. Don't do it. First to 100 kills. Okay, that's cool, and I like that. That's easy. That's plain simple, and first to 100 kills. I like that a lot. And I'm curious what we get. Yeah, I'm curious what the winning guild gets for winning. Because I wasn't part of that. I missed that last one that we were in. But that doesn't seem bad at all. So you better not. Yeah, in a team deathmatch, you better not hope they go farming your gatherers and stuff like that, or your crafters in town like that. I could, I could see people spawn camping in that kind of a thing where they only have to get 100. They're like, oh, I don't care, I'm gonna spawn camp them for 100 kills. So that would kind of suck. Maybe they can put something in where if you killed this person more than one time within a certain amount of time, it doesn't count or something. I don't know, but more than twice in 10 minutes, it doesn't count or something. I don't know. I'd like to see them do something so it prevents spawn camping. I don't want to see spawn camping. Hopefully, no one in our guild decides to do spawn camping. It's not fun for anybody. Peon has a pass, but I'd rather. Yeah, that's a good idea there, Candy. Be good with Overlord. Hey, first time chatter, Zaz 1776. Have you played a healer? Yes, I have. The Bard is technically, kind of a healer, and I have played a cleric. The cleric is very good. Uh, the cleric, people keep saying that the tank is shit and the tank can't level, and the cleric is bad. They just haven't played them good enough. If you go out there, if you're a tank and you use a mace and you got your shield, or if you're a cleric, you use your scepter and you have a shield, you can group up shit and kill them without a problem. So, yes, the cleric is very good. Again, all these classes are going to start to shine a little bit more past level 12. Before that, in some classes are a little bit harder than others, but past 12, post 12, they're all going to start to shine a little bit more. Clerics are going to be very good. Yeah, very good. I played in one of the pre-tests. I think I made my healer was around level 15. My cleric, um, that was back when the spears were OP and completely broken. I was farming the back of Carfin by solo. So yeah, they they were pretty broken, those spears. I'm hoping to see the spears make a comeback though. I really enjoyed those. But welcome to the channel. Thank you for the first time chat, Zaz. So yeah, this Carfin was pretty fun. This is a good place to level up if you get a bunch of people. You're noticing that we have quite a few people there in there, so you're probably wondering, well, Peon, how's the experience? The experience is still pretty good. The thing is, you have to be killing them quickly. If you're not killing them quickly, then obviously the experience is not going to be good. We got $6.90 for that one, and we got $13.94 for that one. So it's got to be a constant pull. You got to constantly be pulling them, and eventually you'll see later on that we start moving on the inside. Uh, Candy says, I hope they start nerfing raid farming and that the quest and things should be pretty good in the world. You mean raid farming, like kind of what we're doing right now, Candy? Like you'd like to see more penalties for more players? Like you want to see like only 8-man groups? Is that what you're kind of talking about? Man, look at my gear. My gear sucks. I got one blue drop that entire weekend. One freaking blue drop. Brutal. More spread out. Yeah, spread out parties are going to be a thing. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either. Honestly, I'd be okay with that too. You know, if I guess depending on the area, yeah, they're going to have to kind of monitor that and see how that goes. I could tell you this: what you're going to start to see, and you're probably going to start to see it as early as this weekend. You're going to see a lot of fighting over um, grind spots. That's going to be a real thing. There's going to be a lot of fighting over grind spots, and people are they're gonna put their claim in the ground and they're going to fight for it. Now, with this, the nice thing is it's only going to happen probably a few times with the same guilds fighting at it because you keep going back. You after every time you die, there's a stat dampening. So if you die more than twice, well, you're probably not going to get that spot back. If you weren't able to beat them the first 2 times, you're probably not going to get them, except for the actual dungeons and stuff. Yeah, I am very excited to get high up into Carfen. I want to see if they've changed it, if they've made the loot better. Again, on this outside part of Carfen, on the lower level here, just doing circles around it, the loot was really bad. I'm hoping as we progress inside that we start to see the loot get a little bit better. And not only that, but I want to see some good crafting materials drop for our crafters. Um, but yeah, we've found some really good grinding spots. I'm not going to release those yet because well we're still grinding them. But eventually I will make a video about some top grinding spots when more people start to discover them. But right now I'm kind of keeping that close to the vest. I don't want to take it away from our guild. But so, what's everyone? It looks like we got quite a few people in here. If you're just watching for the first time, I'd like to say thank you for popping in and welcome. Um, oh, hey, grind spots are going to turn into. Yeah, yeah. I see you're chatting from YouTube there. Thank you, Jason, for the chat. Yes, that's very true. Grind spots are going to turn into Zerg PvP, very much so. I know if people attack an Overlord group and they bring a lot of numbers, it's not a fair fight or something like that. We're gonna retaliate and bring a lot more numbers and get our spot back. I know we will for sure. So again, guys, if you're not in a guild, make sure you're getting to be part of a guild and try to stay good with other guilds. If there's a lot of times in these grind spots, there's for other areas for you guys to farm that you say, hey guys, can you guys just work on these 2 islands or something like that, and then we'll take the other 2 islands. There's ways to work together, so you just have to be cool about it. But if you walk in there being a douchebag and like training a bunch of high level mobs to try to raid the group, that's not the way to go about it. So that's really not the way to go about it. So the best diplomacy is going to be your friend in this game. But you can go the other way if you want to be kind of a douchebag. You guys are getting, people will get that kind of reputation and they're going to be worse off for it. But if anybody who's new and you guys, I'm not sure if you're coming from YouTube or if you're coming from Twitch, if you guys haven't seen the latest video that I put out on YouTube, go check it out. It's a quest that you don't want to miss, especially if you're coming in on November 8th and you haven't leveled up a character yet. So if you're coming in on November 8th, make sure you watch the tips and tricks video, the walkthrough for the Sweat of the Brow, and the quest that you don't want to miss, which is the Plunder quest. So don't miss those because you'll be missing out. But yeah. So anybody else in here that got to play on this last weekend? What are your thoughts? What do you rate it? How do you feel combat is? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I know everyone's probably at work right now, so I'm just going to keep on yapping until I see some questions. But I am here to answer your questions. That's what kind of channel I am, guys. That's what kind of YouTube channel I am. I want to be informative. I want to tell you guys what my thoughts are about the game if you want to know. And yeah, I love this game. I'm a leader of men. Um, I have high aspirations for this game. I'm a much older gamer, and this will be my last MMO. So if Ashes fails, then I'm done with MMOs. Golid says, "What's the most fun you had this weekend?" That's a good question, Golid. What's the most fun? Thank you, Baron. How you doing, buddy? Um, what is the most fun I had this week? You know what? I think Golid, it was just hanging with the boys. We had a good fun. We had good fun when we were at the Bears early on at the cemetery. We were fighting Amnesty. It was post before they got their guild up, and we fought for the grind spot. We really wanted to fight for the Bears, and we fought for the grind spot, and eventually we won it. So Zaz says, "Do you think this game will turn into you need to be grouped at all?" No, no, I don't think so, Zaz. Like I like to gather a lot, and I run around on my bard, and I'm not grouped up. Um, you should be able to run around and do stuff solo. Maybe there's a quest or something that you can knock out solo. Maybe you don't have time to get into group before you got to go to work or something like that. So you can do some crafting or processing or gathering, or maybe hit some exploration commission quests or something like that. There's stuff you can do solo. It's just if you want to do stuff like Carfin and you want to do Tumak and the other dungeons that we're going to see, I wouldn't recommend running Caravan solo. Stuff like that, you're really going to want a group, or more than anything, you're going to want to be a part of something so you can say, hey guys, these guys are harassing me. They won't leave me alone. They keep killing me. Can you help me out with these guys? So you have someone to turn to, right? So you need someone to turn to. So that's pretty much what it's all about. But yes, I believe I plan to do some solo play. I did some solo grinding earlier. Does Carfin have auto flag? I don't believe so. No, Carfin is not an auto flag. Basically, but you know what? If you go attack somebody in Carfin, like if somebody came in and attacked us right now, they would be purple, right? Somebody would fire back at them, then they'd be purple. Then somebody would heal that person, and then they'd all be purple. So it wouldn't take long for everyone to flag up and be combatants. And a lot of times, if you know that you have another group coming in, we're just going to flag up automatically to make it easy, because we're not going to shy away from PvP. We're going to let you know that if you want to fight for it, we're going to fight you. Because that's the way this game is. You have to realize that there is going to be fighting over grind spots. But again, if you can work it out diplomatically, hey, I think that's the better option to go. We'll take this side of Carfin. You guys go to the other side of Carfin, and there's no need. There's enough grinding areas in this game where you don't need to fight over them in most cases. Like, I mean, when we get up in the upper tower of Carfin, they said that there should be room for like 4 different groups up there to fight. So unless you just want to be a hog and try to grab all 4 of them, then then that's on you. But eventually you're gonna get a force coming in on you. And I think what a lot of people, not only are the guilds going to be super important, we haven't even seen the guild skills and how that's going to turn out. So right now we have some pretty large Zerg guilds on our server on Lyneth, and the guild skills aren't in. Now eventually that's gonna create an interesting dynamic, because the ones who are inviting a lot of people, including Overlord, because we have quite a few members. Right now, the guild limit is only 50, right? And that 50 to 100, I think, is a good limit for the guild. If you go over that, you're going to start having to allocate points so you can recruit more members. And then the other people who are not recruiting more members, they're going to go ahead and be able to pick skills that help their members. Maybe like a little bit more AoE damage, or a wider radius of AoE damage, or something like that. maybe a little bit more group speed, something to help your character in combat. So that's going to be a real deciding factor in how big guilds get, um, and something to help fight against the Zergs a little bit. And I'm excited to see how they do that. I that's and I would like to see that because I want to see more guilds going and making alliances and stuff like that. I think alliances are the way to go. I think having a guild so big where you need to keep splintering off, like one of the guys, like Pirate Software, has 6 different guilds on our server right now. 6, and that's nothing against Pirate Software. That's just how many people they have. But that's a lot of guilds. That's a lot of guilds to manage. And so when you get to launch and it's 300 members per guild, that's a lot of guilds to manage, and that's too much. I got to level 15. I was hoping to get to 20 this weekend, but with the DDoS attack, that poo-pooed that idea. At the level I got to, it was about, I'd say, it was about 2 hours a level, give or take. So you got it's a grind. It's a grind. It's slow. You earn your game time. What you do with your game time will it's very rewarding. So if you know you got to gain some levels, you got to go out there and put in the work to do it. That's just really what it comes down to. Hey, first time chatter, how you doing, buddy? What's going on? Hey, Chris Ryan. Hey, where is the video of the quest? It's on my YouTube channel, Chris. It's on the Hidden Dagger Inn. It's on YouTube. Hey, how you doing? HHHH. Thank you very much. Hello, I just recently found your channel. Can already tell that you're kind. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words. Oh, I'd be very much open to it. Yeah, you can go ahead and send me an invite. You can also join my Discord channel. I have a community Discord channel that you're more than welcome to join. You can find me in there. I'm just going to call you Big H because I cannot pronounce that name. But thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. And Candy says I should have definitely been 15 or 16. Yeah, no, you did a really good job for your first time playing there, Candy. You did a really good job, and I let Overlord know that playing with you from Mortal 2 online, that I know I can trust you. You're a good guy, and we'll work well with you. So I've got a lot of experience playing with you and your girlfriend there, or fiance. What is she? Are you married yet, or what, man? You need to get on it because she's a great woman. Anybody who games with you, that you got, she's a keeper. But yeah, thank you very much for the nice comments, Big H. And I'm doing a lot more streaming. I was streaming a decent amount, at least once, twice a week, but I wasn't able to stream the last 2 months, 2 to 3 months prior, because I was doing the pre-testing and I didn't want to let anything slip. The last thing I wanted to do is go ahead and let something leak. I'm not into breaking the NDA. That's not my deal. Hey, what can I say, man? She's a great woman. She's a great woman. So you gotta keep them. You gotta keep them. Now I have a great woman too. My wife is great. She doesn't game, but she's a great woman. I told her, I said, when I first met her, I said, look, I said, I don't do drugs. I don't drink, which is kind of a lie because now I have a mojito every once in a while. But I don't drink. I'm not part of the Slapaho tribe, and so. But I said I am addicted to games. If you can deal with that, then we're gonna work out just fine. But yeah, I am so looking forward to this Friday. Yeah, so looking forward to this Friday. But yeah, I'm noticing a lot more YouTube people coming in and chat. I'm gonna have to pay attention to this to the chat. So YouTube people, if I've missed your comment, please type it in again, and I'll try to get to you. I'm having to look in a different area to be able to see your comments. But yeah, thank you very much for the comments, guys. And yeah, you can join the community Discord you have, and that way you can see when I'm going live on Twitch, and you can also see the newest videos that I've posted up there. But yeah, I'm really enjoying making content for you guys. I like to put out relevant stuff that you're going to be able to use. some of the stuff I can't wait to put out and talk about are the naval systems when they get out. Um, what server am I on, Jason? I am on Linus server. I'm on Linus server, and I am part of Overlord, and we currently own Miralith. So we'd love to see you out there. And guys, if you're looking for a guild, I highly recommend that you check out Overlord. If you don't have one to be part of, you can find the link in the description, and you should hit us up and see if we're a good fit for you. We're most likely going to be playing on a central server, a central time zone. So if that time zone fits for you guys, come check us out. We're very organized, and we got a great group of people. Should definitely be able to find some people that you enjoy playing with. I'm out of coffee, guys. This is a bummer. Do you guys like the way Carfin looks? Do you guys like this? You see my experience bar going up pretty steadily, so it's a good deal. Did anybody else play the Bard? What are anybody else thought about the Bards? Now, one of the things that I'm kind of getting used to with the Bard that I know I shouldn't are, since there's no respec cost right now, I'm able to kind of flip between my melodies, and that's not going to be the case eventually. So I'm sure there's going to be a respec cost. So having two bards in a group is not a bad thing. One to run menacing and maybe epic, speed, and then the other one to run like pensive in the healing melody could be good. So you're gonna want to have different bards. Two bards for a group, I don't think is unreasonable at all. But you get anybody else who here is coming in on November 8th? Anybody coming in on November 8th and looking to play? Hey, Aeon, is questing worth it in a game right now? Aeon, some quests are worth it, like Sweat the Brow, which I have a walkthrough on YouTube, is worth doing. That's a decent amount of experience. I'd say that the commission boards, while I love them, and there are basically, there's a bunch of different commission boards that you can do. There's a gathering commission board, there's a hunt commission board, which those are worth doing, I believe, and those are in front of the hunter lodges. And then you have the basic ones that are like explore or kill some mobs or something like that. I think the experience needs to be boosted up a little bit of those. Telling someone to go grab 20 copper nodes on a commission board and then giving them 787 experience for finding 20 copper nodes, I think is a tad low. So that's kind of where I go with that. I'd like to see them bumped out. Zaz says, this area that you're currently in are these are elite mobs. These are 3-star mobs. So you're going to have regular mobs. You're going to have 1-star mob, 2-star mobs, and 3-star mobs. And if you'll notice when you see them on the screen, when we pull them, let's see if I can put them up here. I'll kind of point to it. When they pull them, they will have 3 stars on their icon. So when I tab this one, you'll be able to see it here in a second. Let's see. You see, now this one right here is a 2-star. So you can see this infected zombie is a 2-star right up here. So that's where you're going to see it. So if you see a 2-star or a 3-star or even a 1-star if you're solo, you might want to think twice about it. Yeah, I'm glad the skills don't have a cost right now, but it's going to be an interesting mechanic when they do, and they, you really have to think carefully about your skills. Aeon says you're in on the 8th. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you there on the 8th, Aeon, and you and Vac and everybody else that's coming in. Magma says once the bard gets 2 melodies, you might get away with 1 bard. Yeah, I like to get about 2 or 3 different melodies early on, Magma. That's just the way I like to do it. I like to have them kind of in my bank because I need my speed. I need to be running around at my speed. I don't like the horse. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the horse. The mount, it doesn't feel good to me right now. It gets stuck on terrain too much. It's easier for me to just parkour over a few cliffs and keep on going than it is. Hey, how you doing, first time chatter, center folded? What's up? Welcome to the channel. Glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by and checking me out. Meg McCanna says I meant the The two abilities. Oh yeah, I do that, Magma. Later on, I do the twisting. Yeah, I do the twisting. Sometimes it's kind of a pain in the butt because I'll forget about it. But yeah, I like to do the twisting. Aeon 87 is the wiki up. Yes, Lex does. If you guys haven't used the wiki, we've all known about Lex for a long time. For a game that's an alpha, our wiki might be the best wiki of any wiki out there. So if you're not using the wiki resource, you guys are missing out, and definitely missing out. And hey, another got a first-time chatter there, Derry. Hey, how you guys doing? Make sure you guys are hitting that follow. We are 3 follows away on Twitch here from hitting 700. So make my day and hit that follow for me so we can go ahead and hit 700 today. But I'm glad you guys are always joining me, and I love talking to you guys. So please hit me up with your questions. I am more than happy to answer any questions that you guys might have.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my underground lair.
I appreciate it very much. Zaz1776, I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much. And Derry, thank you for the follow.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my underground lair.
I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. We guys got 3 days and a wake up till we get back on Friday, and I'll make sure I stream on Friday, and we'll get you guys some, especially for the ones that are coming in November 8th, so you can watch some stuff. Right now, there's so many streamers. I don't even know. I only streamed for a few hours this week, and I don't even know. My voice is pretty low today. Let me, I'm sitting in my recliner. Let me move up a little bit here. See if that's a little bit better for you. That any better for you? I was kind of far away from my mic. How about that, Armor? Is that better? Or maybe my gain's turned down. How about this? Is this better now? Or is this worse? This one's better right now? Yeah, let me check out my beacon here real quick. 1 second, guys. Oh, that's better? Okay, my gain must have got turned down. Okay, cool. All right, sorry about that, guys. Sometimes when I move my mic around all the time, my voice gets a little bit low. Now you're reaching into your soul. Okay, I'll scoot back a little bit. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I move my mic around all the time, especially when I'm doing some recording and stuff like that. So, yeah, it gets a little bit messed up. But do you guys like what you see in Carfen? Are you guys excited? Now, I do believe that you see those red trees kind of in there in Carfen. I do believe they have some up inside of Carfen, that some corrupted trees that you can gather. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Armor Monkey. I'm glad you liked it. Hopefully you checked out the tips and tricks and the Sweat of the Brow quest. You're playing right now, aren't you, Armored? I'm pretty sure you are. But we're gonna have a whole gaggle of people coming in who are gonna get excited about this game, and they're gonna buy into the November 8th. And for those who haven't watched the videos on YouTube, again at the Hidden Dagger Inn, and you can find the link on my About page, or just do a search for it. Those are some pretty helpful hints to get people started. Is this the game that you pay to test? Well, you do have to pay for it to get into it. Yes, you do. But I want people to think the game like this. When people say pay to test, yes, right now if you come in, you're gonna pay $120 if you want to be in phase 1. But let's think about that for a second, okay? Now, they are going to give you some in-game embers and stuff like that, worth about $15 or something like that, and I think 1 month of sub time. But normally, when this game comes out, you're going to be paying $15 a month, right? So, Steven has said that this game is going to last at least 1 year in Alpha 2. So, I'm not great at math, but $15 times 12, I don't know what that comes off to at the top of my head, but you're going to get your money back. It's basically like you're still paying a subscription, but my bet is that this is probably going to be closer to 2 years before it's released. So I'm thinking you're going to get 2 years of gameplay before you even have to actually start paying for a sub. So there's so much stuff that we're going to be able to do. So yeah, exactly. Thank you, Derry. 180. So you're going to get your money's worth. I mean, hell, you know, Blizzard charged me $100 and FOMO'd me into buying their Diablo 4 just to play it a little bit early and stuff like that, and I played the shit 2 weeks. So I've had so much fun in this that I guarantee if you guys like MMOs at all, if you like old school MMOs, even though we're testing right now, even though that there might be some wipes if they have to wipe, the game is so much fun. This is what we've all been waiting for. So if you're on the fence whether you should buy it or not, I'm going to tell you to do it. And if you don't have an account, use my referral code. There you go. But yeah, you gotta check this game out. But if testing is not for you, or if you're worried about wipes or stuff like that, then maybe wait to phase 2 or phase 3. But I would not. If you enjoy MMOs, what else is there to play right now? What else is there? Somebody tell me what else is there to play. Throne and Liberty is fine. It is what it is. But let's look at NCSoft. They are a pay-to-win company. Do you really want to invest time when somebody else next to you is going to be able to swipe and take you out? I don't think so. And you know, Centerfold says like the test and actual games are two different things. No, the actual game is, this is what we're testing right here. Now, there's also a PTR test that I do, right, that Alpha 1 has access to, but we can't talk about that stuff. That's where they test stuff before they put it on the server stuff that you guys are going to test. So there's 2 different kinds of testing that are going on right now. But this is, you definitely will find tons of enjoyment if you were to come in right now. And look, this game, and this is the other point that I'm going to make about if you a reason why you should test now. Because if you're going to take MMO gaming seriously, right, this is a complicated game. There is so much to this game. You want to get in as early as you can so you can learn the mechanics of the game and learn how it functions. If you come in at launch, if you wait to launch, you're going to be lost as fuck. So if you want to be behind from the 8 ball, that's up to you. That's not the way I roll. I want to know everything about this game so at launch I can be successful. I went into ArcheAge late. Man, did it set me back. It set me back so bad. And because it was a complicated game. And I regret it. So I'm not letting it happen this game. I ran a very large guild in Warhammer Online. I was an alpha for that. And being an alpha was one of the best experiences and best things we could do because it set our guild up for success. And Milton says, yeah, he played Diablo for a week too. Laughables, yes, it is so much fun. Absolutely Laughables, 100%. Are we just one follow away from 700? I think we are. Come on, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit me up with that follow. Be the one that gives me 700. Yeah, Laughables, there is a lot to play, but nothing I would want. Yeah, there's nothing more that I want to play right now. I mean, I love survival games, and I've played the hell out of Rust. And by the way, we do, on my Discord channel, we do have a bunch of community servers. Hey, Lost Shaman, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, welcome. On my community server, which you can find on my About page on Twitch, just hop in there, join, and we have community Rust servers that you guys can play on if you're having some downtime. I think we have a 7 days to die server, stuff like that. We like to do stuff. If you guys are wanting to do it, we'll be happy to do it. I appreciate all the follows, guys. Thank you very much. And you can't get beat the group. No, yeah, no, group content Ashes has. You know what? Who in here likes D&D? I like D&D. I don't play a lot of it anymore. I used to when I was younger. I want you guys to think of Ashes of Creation as like an online Dungeons and Dragons game. No server is going to be the same. No nodes are going to be the same. I mean, right now, all the nodes are talking about what buildings they're going to put down and stuff like that. You know, so there is, while there might be a weaponsmith and mirrorlith on Lina server, it might be a cookhouse on, Vira. So no nodes are going to be the same. There's going to be different dynamics in all the nodes. The story arcs are going to be forever changing on whether you're failing events, doing events correctly, not doing events. Are you taking out all the resources from areas? It's so many different things that we don't even know about that they have planned. I've even heard that they're going to have some kind of cataclysmic events to help guilds, to help fight against guilds that are trying to overtake servers. So that there might be some, that's going to be their way to balance it, is have some kind of cataclysmic event. So trust in Steven's vision and how this game is going to work out. I know he does not made a game before, Intrepid has not made a game before, but if you just take one thing away from Steven, listen to his passion. He is a gamer making a game for gamers, us. How many of us have sat back and said, man, I wish I had the money to make a game, with the ideas that I got? Well, he's putting his money where his mouth is, and he's doing it. So kudos to him. He's what we've been looking for a very long time. And I hope you guys just take the time to listen to his live streams and listen to the man's passion. If you don't come out excited about it, then there's something wrong. Laughable says you can't beat that. Yeah, exactly. Magma Cannon. Ashes is based on Pathfinder. Exactly. Zaz says, I talked to my niece and nephews into playing. Yeah, there you go, Zaz. Absolutely. Party wipe them one day, Zaz. Zaz says, we are on like a 5th session, already pulled out a deck. Absolutely. If you guys like D&D, this world, Vera, is going to be forever changing. And think about this. Down the road, what you're seeing right now and what we see, and there's so much more to come before we even get to launch. But when we get to launch, what we see at launch will not be the game we see 10 years from that launch. It's going to be so much different. I would not be surprised 10 years down the road, 5 years down the road, when they add another expansion, that we see another class. We see another archetype, which, if we see another archetype, is going to add a bunch of new classes. So we have 64 right now, so we would have a bunch more. We'd have like 72 or something like that, or 73 class combinations. So I think that they will add more archetypes over the things. And one of the biggest, and I'm not opposed to expansions. I kind of would like to keep the level at level 50. And that's back from my Dark Age of Camelot days, because I think there's a lot that can be done with secondary progression systems that take a real long time. So I'd like to see the level of 50, because nobody wants to take a break from a game and say, okay, guys, we put an expansion, now you got to gain 10 levels, and then go through that grind again. That's kind of a bad feeling when all of a sudden you took a break, come back to a game, and now you got to catch up 10 levels. I personally don't like that. We'll see what they do. But one of the biggest complaints I had about Blizzard was how you'd play the game, you'd get up to the level, you'd do all that raiding, 3 hours of raid and stuff like that, and they'd say, hey guys, we're putting out an expansion. Guess what, guys? Your shit is now worthless. And your first time you're like, oh, okay, fuck, all right, it is what it is. And then they did it again, and then they did it again, and that was a bad feeling. That was a really bad feeling. What Intrepid is doing is, even if they raise the level cap, which again I hope that they don't, they're putting in a way where the stuff that you're wearing and the stuff that you still might get through progression, you're going to be able to basically dismantle that and then use that gear in other recipes, in the new recipes. So your gear is not worthless. And one of the other big things about this game and the gear that I think a lot of people are overlooking is the fact that most games are bind on equip and bind on pickup. That is not the case in Ashes. You will be able, when your guild, when your best raid team gets pieces of armor, new pieces of armor, they're going to be able to pass down their old armor to somebody else. So that's going to be a really great way of keeping people geared up. So let's keep that in mind. I think that's going to be a lot of fun for people. People are going to not have to worry about always having to gear. There should be plenty of gear dropping. So what else you guys got for me? And thank you for that 700 sub. I believe we got. I appreciate that. I hope everybody is having a fantastic Monday. So if you're hyped, let's get some hype emotes in here. Let me see what kind of emotes I got here. Let's see. We got hype. We got. This is how I kind of feel. Use these emotes, guys. If you're not using those emotes, I am super hyped for this weekend. I hope you guys are too. Anything else you want to talk about today? You can keep me going a little bit longer. I'd be happy to stick around and chat with you for a little bit longer before I go take my old man nap before I got to go back for my second shift. But if you guys got any questions, hit me up with them now. Do you think that they're going to change the seasons next weekend? The seasons will go on the timetable that they are. Right now, it's in spring. I don't think that they're going to manually change them, if that's what you're asking, Laughables. I really think that they are not trying to wipe. So unless there's a wipe, I think the seasons will go. And I think we still had like 10 days till summer or something like that. So no, I don't think so. Yeah, I found rubies. There's rubies out there. You just got to look for them. Rubies are not too difficult to find. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of gatherables around Carfin area too, if you haven't found any out there. But it is a dangerous area to be to be running around, so you got to be a little bit careful when you're going out there. Maybe summer is when all the coppers. You know what? I think copper is just one of those harder to find nodes because everyone's looking for it. I think what a lot of people are struggling with to grasp right now is that they have the survey system, but it's not functioning properly. I think when the survey pylon is working correctly, we'll start to like discover these large copper nodes and stuff like that, and then things will get a little bit easier. That's kind of my take on that. At first I was thinking that they would wipe November 8th, but no, I think what's going to happen on November 8th is they'll probably start out with at least one or two new servers. Maybe for one NA, one EU. When that one fills up, they'll probably drop another one. I think that they're going to give those people a new experience, unless they want to come on our server and maybe meet up with some guildies or something like that. But I think for anybody new to the game, and I would probably recommend anybody coming on November 8th, I would probably recommend that they go to a new server if they have them, so they can experience everybody leveling up at the same time, so they can experience the nodes leveling up, being part of that. I think that's a good experience for them. And Armor Monkey says, I didn't see any. I saw copper. I know where to look for copper. I'm not going to tell you where it's at, but I know where to look for copper. But I'm not giving away my trade secrets. We need it for the guild. Hey, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it, Stephen October. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Yeah, guys, hit me up with your questions. I love talking to you guys. I love sharing my passion for this game. And I'll tell you this, while all the other streamers are coming in, and you're going to see a lot of different streamers, a lot of big streamers and stuff like that coming in. They're going to come and they're going to go. This is my last MMO, guys. So I'm going to be streaming this until I die. So if you want someone who's going to be always here for you, putting up content that's only ashes, you're looking at them. So make sure you follow. Make sure you stay tuned. I'm not going anywhere. You can find me on my Discord. You can find me in the Overlord. I'm on the Linus server if you guys want to come over and join us over there. Parana says, total, I think my account was 50 copper. Yeah, there's plenty. I found plenty of copper, plenty of zinc. You don't blame me? Yeah, exactly. You'll come on. No. I can't tell you, Laughables. That's good shit. I can't be telling you. You know what drives me nuts about Twitch? And I love Twitch, and I love Amazon because I'm a big shareholder in Amazon. But my God, I watch the viewership and it's like 24, 41. It just keeps bouncing back and forth. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. But It's like, stay still. I mean, you know what it is? I think people pop in and they get nailed by an ad, and then they pop out. I think that's what it is. It's nothing I can do about the ads, so guys. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. The only thing I can do about the ads is you guys using your primes. I might make a character on Lynette the Game. There you go. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm 2 foot. When I get in, I'm not going to make a character on Vira. I'd like to hang out with some of the other content creators that I really enjoy, you being one of them, Perry. By the way, guys, if you haven't checked out Paranaut's channel, go check him out on Twitch here. He's a real good guy. If you're a girl, he's really sexy, and you might find him extremely handsome, and I'm kind of jealous. But Perry's a really good guy. Also, check out Quirian if you haven't checked him out as well. And, of course, all my normal guys like Jamie Chaos. You definitely want to, and Tangents of Creation, you want to check them out as well. All really good friends of mine. And Perry was here for quite a while. We talking every week, talking Ashes of Creation. So, yeah, go check him out if you want to... if you want to find some good content. He's a good guy. And although, and I'm not going to hold this against him because he is a dwarf. He is part of Dunehold. But yeah, there's so many good content creators, guys that are smaller. Give them a look, and you know, because they really care about giving you guys the best info they can give you. But any other questions for me, guys? What do you got for me? What do you got for me? Because I got to get some breakfast here soon. I'm hoping that my guild becomes a little bit more aggressive. Which guild are you in right now, Laughables? Do I get an Overlord invite in Lynette? No, I can't get an Overlord invite in Lynette. You got to be part of the guild for that, Perry. You got to be special. I love my guild in so many ways. I want to be more involved. Yeah, I forget what guild you're in, Laughables. You gotta refresh my memory. By the way, has anyone seen Chibi and Vertec? Are they streaming right now? The Golden Feather Tavern. I haven't seen them on lately. Did they get hit real hard by that hurricane? I'm kind of thinking they might have. And I hope they didn't. Yeah, you got to talk to Draco. You know, see what he can do for you. Maybe he can put you on like friend status or something like that. You can certainly hop into guild. I think Gold would be the one to talk to too. Loreforged, okay. I'm sure you guys would get doing something. Oh, they did. Oh, jeez. I am assuming they're okay. They probably had a lot of damage. Oh, they lost their house? Holy shit. Oh my gosh. That's horrible. Oh my gosh. We should set up like a GoFundMe or something like that to help them out. That's horrible. Wow. Yeah, I like Loreforged too. They're a bunch of good guys. I rated them just the other day. As a matter of fact, my tummy is growling here, so we're going to see who's on right now. And so stay tuned real quick, guys, and we're going to raid someone. Let's see. We'll go ahead and raid Vladis. Vladis is a good guy to raid. So here, let's start the raid. Everyone queue up here. We're going to raid on over to Vladis. I hope you guys are... we already had a spy visit. Oh, spies are a real thing. No, he's on Vira, I think. Heavily damaged. Nice, nice. All right, guys. I'll probably be back in a day or two, maybe even later tonight. It's hard to say, but here we go. We're going to raid on over to Vladis. Give Vladis a big hello. And thanks, everybody, for coming in. Thanks for the new follows. I'll check you out later, guys. Have a great night.